Hello. Let me see, I got a message from Facebook about moderation, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure we don't need that. Hi and welcome. Let me see who's here. Hi Kelly, hi Ariana. And welcome to another live stream. Yeah. Yep, that should be good. All right. So I haven't touched this since Friday. Did we meet Friday? It feels like a really long time ago. I think it was Friday. And I haven't touched it. And then this afternoon, I was like, you know where you're at this stage with a painting where you kind of want to abandon it, but how's that gonna work? That's not gonna work, and so you gotta sort of push through it, but I can't really see it. So that stupid in-between phase where I'm wondering if this was a good idea. Anyways, it'll be fine. Hey Linda. And so what I did is I got some pastel. Sometimes you want to sort of block some stuff in or see if this or that works. And then, you know, mixing a whole paint, I'm pretty sure it's not an issue for a lot of people, but I just want to be like, ooh, yeah, this and that. And so I got a whole drawer full of soft pastel that I don't use enough, and I just put some on. I'm kind of figuring that, so this is, you can see it, right? It's kind of cool, but it's not really, it doesn't really look good up close. Yeah, so here I made this a little bit lighter. I added some charcoal here. We'll see. We'll see. It's just chalk and pigment, so I figured it couldn't really hurt. And if so, tough luck. I started mixing some, I thought I would mix some colors, and I was like, yeah, let's mix some kind of like light mid-tones so I know where to go. And this looks like an absolute clown palette to me, but oh well, we'll see. I still have my medium. I'm also just gonna assume that it's fine. I was taught that, well, not taught, that sounds like I actually went to a school or something. YouTube taught me that either you go fatter or slower drying in your layers, or you maintain the same medium throughout every layer. So I figured if I just, like, I'm too lazy to go ahead and mix some other kind of medium, so I figured that if I would just continue to use this, it would be fine. I love it so far. Can't wait to see what direction it... I can't say that I can't wait, but I like the tone of voice where we're pretending that this is sort of an independent entity and we have zero control over it. I kind of like that for today. Yeah, my clown palette. I understand the feeling. It looks great. Okay, well, thank you. I enjoyed when we did the pastel with acrylic in your foundation. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I like pastel. I don't use it enough. Loves depth and light. Yeah, it has some nice things. Yeah. Okay. Okido. How have you been doing? Tell me how things are going. Tell me how you are going / doing. My shoulder improved a little bit. Like, I don't know if you were not here Friday. Unfortunately for you, you missed my complaining. I managed to injure my shoulder. Injure sounds like I did something impressive. I did not. But it hurt bad. And so it got better, and now I'm kind of back to working on my Let's Face It lessons and stuff like that. Back to work. I'm absolutely fascinated with the funny way that this, here, let me show you. That would be this gigantic tube. Like, it's a it's 75. Yeah, it's 75 milliliters. And for an oil paint tube, that is ginormously, here. So this is so tiny, it doesn't have, I think it's 40. I don't know why it doesn't say. That's really stupid. Anyways, this is like, so 35 or 40 milliliters is kind of normal for, I suppose, an artist grade paint like Old Holland. But Daler Rowney Georgian is a student grade, and it has these 75 mil tubes, and they also have 200 mils. Like, they have white and stuff in 200 milliliter tubes. Alright, so I'm kind of fascinated with how it mixes, and I think it's they call it turquoise or something, turquoise, whatever, and it's basically like a phthalo green or something like that. So I thought to myself, if I run out, I might then end up buying a phthalo green, but then I checked and it's like 75 mil, and I realized that I'm probably not gonna run out in 3 lifetimes. The tippy top of a cloud world. That sounds kind of cool. You are tired and you're lying down on the couch watching. Cool. That sounds good. I love last Monday's lesson. Done some design on my iPad. Haven't found the energy to paint. Yeah, just, you know, take it easy. It's like gonna be super hot, yeah, for like the Netherlands in the next 4 days. I don't know if the heat is bad for long COVID or just bad for you in general. I love the muted colors here. That's really cool. Thank you so much. And the funny thing is that these are actually quite bright colors for me. Right away, let me show you here. This is funny. This is the yellow that you can see it here, right? It's quite bright. And because I had some trouble with the Indian yellow, if you put a lot of white in it, it becomes this, yeah, sort of milky white, and I wanted a colder white. And I had this yellow. I will show you the tube in a bit. So this is an Azo yellow, which is a PY3, and this is a mix. This is an Old Holland. They call it yellow brown. Yes, like super original name, and it's actually an iron oxide with a bunch of Azo yellows in it. And so this I stole this from Stephen Bowman, who recommended it over a yellow ochre in, what's the guy's name? In a Zorn palette, because it has, as you can see, a lot more chroma. It's also a very expensive tube, but it lasts a really long time. Like, you only need a little bit, like a tiny bit. Heat is not my thing. Heat intolerance, yeah, it's gonna be hot. So, hold on. I gotta dial in the light every now and then, because it's summer. I see birds in the painting, yes. Like here, right? Maybe, I thought maybe there could be birds or some kind of, as long as it's not an insect, I'm fine. So birds, yeah. But not the birdie bird that we we had a lot of Alfred Hitchcock fun during the Zoom call last Friday. I'm getting error message. Oh, that's okay. We'll eventually, it'll come through. I feel like YouTube is sort of messing with the chat again lately, so. Doing good at an appointment. Oh yeah, you're also not, yeah, I know you're not doing good with the heat, Linda. Hey, Sherry. Will you say the name of the paint that you were using over yellow ochre? Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. So it's this one. It's Old Holland. It's called Yellow Brown. Yellow Brown. That's what it is. And so it's an azo yellow with another azo condensation. I don't even know what that is. I just, it makes me sound very smart. And an iron oxide. And so it looks like a yellow ochre, right? Like here. And then you mix it into stuff and it really like packs a very yellow punch. So yeah, you gotta control it for a bit. Yeah, Old Holland. Yellow brown. And I'm one of those people, if somebody that I think is a great painter says, ooh yeah, I use this, I go like, okay, good paints don't make a good painter, and all these rational thoughts, and then at the end I'm like, oh oops, I accidentally put it in my shopping cart. And now I own a yellow brown. I love the literal names. Yeah, I do appreciate that. Like, this is what I don't like about Winsor and Nugent. They had this trend going on where they called everything something weird, and then it just turned out to be some basic pigment, and I was like, ah, no, come on. Ochre can be really surprising when you mix. Yeah, it can. I need to look that song up, Linda. It sounds good. How does the yellow brown compare to yellow ochre? So yeah, it's much more chromatic. Like I would say it's a true yellow, whereas yellow ochre, my issue with yellow ochre is that the chromatic range is super limited. And so the only way that yeah, I wouldn't say the only way, but the chromatic range is really limited. And so when you need more chroma, you need a different yellow, if you will. And that also makes it an easier color to use, right? Yellow ochre, because it doesn't overpower anything. But if you ever feel like, you know, yellow ochre is giving you a little, if it's not giving you enough chroma, if it muddies too much, then you may want to try it. It's a convenience mix. It's an expensive convenience mix, but it's a convenience mix. You can also just buy a dark azo yellow and mix it in with your yellow ochre and get more more chroma in your yellows. Mm-hmm. You complain about the cold You complain about the heat. I love it when you complain, Linda. Like, you have every right to complain. Only downside, I feel like when you put the soft pastel on, when you go over it with oil paint, it first needs to lift the pastel. Right, so you kind of lose your grip on your substrate. Whereas when you have like an acrylic paint, usually it dissolves into each other a little bit better because they're both water soluble, I guess. Color names seem odd. Quinacridone magenta, orthoxide purple, ivory black. Yeah, especially it took me 2 years to be able to say quinacridone, and now I say like, oh yeah, quinacridone, and I'm like, look at me, right? But like for 2 years, I needed to sort of repeat that in my head in order to say it right, and ivory black trips me up because you have, like, I have a Mars black and I have an ivory black, and then in watercolor I painted a lot in watercolor in black because black is my favorite color. So I had a bunch of black watercolors. I had a lamp black and I had an ivory black, and I was always like, which of you is warm? And in my brain, ivory is warmer because ivory is like, I always thought ivory was like a yellow white, you know what I mean? So I thought that ivory black was the warm one, And then lamp black, which also could be like you could have a warm lamp or you can have a cold lamp. I was like, I'm confused. But I think in oil paint, the ivory black is the colder one. Can you not just call it warm black? And like not so warm black? I feel like sometimes painters need to sound more interesting, and it's sort of at the expense of clarity and efficiency, perhaps. But that's just me. Those names have a history. I was told they used to char ivory, hence the black. Yeah, I can imagine that, because it's like it's a carbon based, or it used to be. Yikes, by the way. Let's not do that anymore. I was wondering how the soft pastels work with oils. It's enjoyable to watch. Yeah, so it picks it up a little bit. It's not like a marriage as it is with acrylic paint. Are you going to come back in with the dark? Is it Payne's gray? I cannot remember. I think it was black. I think it was black and ultramarine blue, and this permanent alizarin crimson. But yeah, I will be sort of see, you got a plan. I got a plan. Don't worry about it. I remember taking geology class. Wander around in oh, that's really cool. Yeah. That's where the earth pigments come from. It's really cool. I have some of the colors. Ivory Morse lamplight. No idea the difference, right? I have to admit, though, that part of my interest in all those names was basically just an excuse to buy more paints, which is fine, right? Alizarin crimson, yeah, alizarin crimson is fun. Although the one that I have now is a discontinued pigment. There was this whole, drama in the past about alizarin crimson not being light fast or something like that. And then everybody finding that out. Too late. I think reds are still, but especially in the past, were like the most notorious in terms of, is it still gonna be there 40 years from now? This beautiful pinkish rosy tone I gave this girl. Nope. Yeah. Cool stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool stuff. I love reading. I love reading stuff. About what people, just in general, what people ever did in the past. That is kind of cool. I'm fascinated by stones, textures, colors. That's really cool. Like, so is my mom. And so I kind of grew up in a house full of stones, and I was kind of normal to me, and then my friends would come over, and I have friends who thought I lived in a treasure cove, or that my mom was some kind of princess or something, or super rich, because we lived in like a treasure cove full of diamonds and stuff. They weren't diamonds, but they were shiny, and some of them were quite big. It was so much fun. And like every time now that she buys another stone, we kind of joke, like, where am I gonna put that after you're gone? And so yeah, inevitably I'm gonna end up the second generation of Stone Lady. Treasure Cove Stone Lady. My connection to rocks is let's paint on. Your painting reminds me of the swamps in the back creeks of North. Ooh, that's really cool. That's kind of cool. I think I saw a TV series once. I can't remember. It was about aliens or something weird like that. I mean, I think it was also recorded in the Florida swamps. And like, being European, I had no idea there were swamps in Florida. And then I kind of looked on a map, and I probably should have known. But yeah, that was fun. Ooh, that's very pink. Oh. It's fine. It's fine pink. I will say one thing though, I am not enjoying canvas. Like, I keep telling myself, don't use canvas. So I bought this whole bunch of oil paint paper and whatnot. And then for some reason I'm like, let's try it again, because I feel like one should be able to paint on canvas or something like that. And every time I try it, I'm like, ugh, no. So maybe I'm just not cut out. And I'm pretty sure I would be happier painting on finer canvas, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive. Because this is a little coarse. It's like, I don't know, maybe like medium coarse or medium fine, I don't know. I always love to see where the different bodies actually are for you. Yes, all right. So I was just thinking like I'm losing this figure. I will get it back, but not in this session because everything is wet. And so I will show you because they are still where I have them in my sketch. So let's not put this on wet paint. So that would be one. And then there's one behind. And then there's one here. And this is the part that I'm kind of losing. And this is the part in, what's it called? Which is foreshortened, yeah. That I need to take a reference photo for this because I can do this and I can do this, but I can't do this, but I can't do this. So this is a problem. This is a problem area. So yeah, that's where they are, yeah. Are they there? Let me know what you see, Kelly, because I'm interested. If you see something totally different, by the way, you can take a screenshot if you want and draw on it and send it to me on Instagram or something. Swamps fully yeah. Yeah, the gators were definitely in the series. Yeah, because I remember thinking regarding the gators, I think at the time I didn't know that there were actually alligators in Florida. I thought alligators only lived in Africa and Australia. You went there on your honeymoon. That's really cool. Do you prefer paper, canvas, and what about wood? So yeah, like I said, canvas and me are not really, I don't like stretched canvas because I'm a little heavy-handed and stretched canvas goes, you know, it has spring. And so for my works that I show or sell, I work on aluminum panels, and those are rigid panels like wood, except they're aluminum, so they don't have the wood problem where it warps or is otherwise influenced by moisture, right? So aluminum is very stable and light. It's also lighter than, say, high dense, what's it called, the pressed wood, like MDF or masonite, I think you call it. And so for these kind of works, like I do here on the live stream, usually I have oil paint paper. I have an oil paint paper by Canson. It has a little bit of a linen texture, but very, very light, right? It's kind of cute, but it's very smooth. And I have it on a roll, so I can just like cut off what I need. So my preference is definitely paper for studies, and aluminum panels for the serious work, the serious shit. It's melting away because the kitty have it. Yes, that would be the only logical explanation. I see a hooded figure bending down. You all need to take a screenshot. Like, I'll move my shoulder out of the way. You can all take a screenshot and then like draw on it and send me. I'll post it to my stories because this is hilarious and I love it. If you see other weird things, draw on it. Seeing a fourth body in between the kitty lounger and the oh, cool. Yeah. Take screenshots and do it. I once did that with a lesson by Emma. Oh, yeah. Cool. Oh, that's really cool. She loves dogs. I use a cheap roll of paper as a working sketch. Yeah. Offers more room for expansion. Yeah, I love it because, you know, the thing with sketchbooks, and especially when you want to work with paint or whatever, it's just not convenient because you need to let it dry and stuff. And so, yeah. Where's my thing? Yeah, rolls are great. Let's mix a little bit of black. Blackish. Yeah, anything with dogs will make Emma happy. The exposed roots of cypress. Oh, cool. Sometimes I sketch on tracing paper, and if I like something, I can trace on. But yeah. Yeah, that's also really. Really good idea. And I also, you know, at the start when I started this, after the first live stream, I need more blue. After the first live stream, I made so many corrections that I thought to myself, you know, I should have enlarged my sketch for my sketchbook and just trace it or transfer it on my canvas. And it's like fine because, you know, I made corrections. It was fine. It's just that I realized that I was making it harder on myself than again. than was necessary. Especially with like these type of compositions. Where you kind of want to keep the flow. Yeah. I think everybody at some point realizes that the stuff that is standing between you and just practicing and just, working whenever you want is actually that being precious about materials. And it's natural, right? It's normal that we're like that. It's not a weakness or anything. But yeah, there are so many cheaper materials you can work on. I used to have this, if you know IKEA, you probably know this one. It's the children's chalkboard with the whiteboard on the other side, and then they have the paper roll holder and this slit where you pull the paper through, and then your kid can just pull the paper out and draw and just pull it and draw more until the whole roll is gone, essentially. And my son didn't really like drawing when he was a kid, so he spent approximately 5 minutes drawing on the thing, probably to make me happy. And then was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go play with my cars. And I was like, do you mind if I? And I just spent like drawing and pulling it and drawing, and I thought, this is brilliant, right? IKEA. Just don't buy it for yourself because it's really, or put it on a table or something because it's super bad for your back because it's like for kids, right? Let me see. Old books. Thrift store books, yes. That used to be so popular, right? Everybody would buy these old books. And I think at some point somebody on YouTube got a bunch of old books at the thrift store, and then somebody in the comments was like, yo, that's a limited first edition of I don't know what. It was a huge like riot. Anyways, that was fun. Yeah, magazines cool too. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I had like I have drawing paper on a roll as well, and I wanted to at some point do a bunch of large drawings, and I didn't want to work on the floor because you know what I did to my shoulder I will do to the rest of my body if you'll let me. So I have this rails against on my wall against my ceiling, and I hang, you know how it works, right? You hang the fiberglass, I don't know what it is, wires from them, and you can hang your frames and your paintings from hooks without drilling in your wall. And so I got these clamps where you can pull like a thread through them, like these, but bigger. I just got a bunch, and I attached them to the wires of the rail system, and I hung my paper on it, and it stayed there. That's the most important part. It didn't come down, and you can just work upright. That's a bit light, but. Yeah, so let's leave it at this, because there are a bunch of things that I need to figure out. Like, for some of these things, I need to... Here, let me point that out without ruining it. Like, the way that these parts interact with each other, I need to look in the mirror or get some kind of reference for that. These are always awkward references. Like, I tried to take reference photos of like parts of myself where my arm was like the second person or something. It becomes really weird, and then at the end of the day you have to ask your son or your mom, like, can you hold me in this weird way please so I can take a photo? They're fine with it. I'm just awkward about it. Anyways, let me catch up. Familiar with the IKEA contraption. It's a really great invention, though. It's really great. The paper sucks, by the way. The paper quality from IKEA is really bad, but... The vertical and horizontal is very interesting. Beautiful too. Thank you. I love a tutorial on how to do the rails without making holes anywhere. Yeah, I'll send you, like, it's a really common system, and you probably know it, except I don't explain it well. It's probably an internationally known system, because everybody's landlords get angry when you drill in the hole, in the walls, drill holes in the walls. Rails tutorial. I think I may even have photos still of my weird setup at the time. They were huge figures. It was cool. Anyways, I'll look it up. Pretty soon I'll be getting rid of this couch in my living room, getting a recliner. Ah, cool. Cool, I'm getting rid of my couch as well. I'm not doing the recliner, like I do need some kind of, but I'm getting a tiny couch. Because my son is moving into this room, and I'm gonna be moving all my art stuff to my living room. It's gonna be like one big art living room thingy. So we're both downsizing the couch. That's cool. Do you prefer oils to acrylics? Yeah, I do. I do. In short, I do. But sometimes I don't. So I like acrylics. Yeah, I like acrylics, but I don't like acrylics for just painting with acrylics. I like acrylics a lot when I work in like mixed media with pencil or with soft pastels or stuff like that. So in conjunction, then I love it, because that's quite difficult with oil paint. Yeah. But overall, I prefer oils. Yeah. I always feel like I'm betraying my acrylics a little bit, but I do love them. I am seeing 6 people in this painting. Girl, you need to let me know which 6 people, because I'm not seeing 6 people. Please let me know where the other 3 people are, because you're creeping me out. Please. Hey, Rosie. You are here so late. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You're just in time. I'm always prepared to model weird poses if you need. So, oh yeah, that's actually a really cool idea. Oh, I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind. Yeah. Thank you. We're all getting rid of the couch. Who needs a couch, right? Like, but seriously though, I bought the couch. You know, with a kid, it's fine, because the kid wants to be on the couch, and you want to be on the couch, and the cat wants to be on the couch. But now it's like, what do I need a whole ass couch for? Like, I'm single. I have a tiny cat. I am the cat couch now. Like, the cat is not on the couch. The cat is on me being on the couch. And so, yeah. More space for stuff. It's getting it out that might be a problem. This will also be a problem here. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. I took your class in acrylics with Cara School. Oh, that's really cool. That's really nice. I think it was mixed emotions, because that one was fully in acrylics. yeah, that was cool. And like I said, like I love acrylics. But I do prefer to mix it with the other media these days. Can you point out 3 people? Yeah, so I got 1 person here. I got 1 person here. And I got 1 person here. I got no other people there, Linda. You're keeping your couch. That's cool. You can keep your couch, fine. No more TV. Cool. If you're talking about mixed emotions, that class is still there, yeah. Your class is where I learned about Payne's Gray. Cool, yeah. Yeah, I remember, you know, Payne's Gray, Burnt Sienna, Burnt Umber. Those are my absolute favorites at the time. Yeah, and still are. Still are. Cool. All right. I want to check out what England is going to do in the football, the soccer, and I will see you not this Friday, I think. I think we have a live stream next week, and then we have a Zoom call the Friday afterwards. So I hope to see you all there. And football, yes, football. We're just gonna call it football for now, right? We're gonna call it football. I hope you don't mind. We can do like American football and not American football. Not American football being played partially in America right now. Or maybe we can call it Canadian football. Just kidding. I don't want to cause anything. The Netherlands game was here, so yes, it was. It was. It was. And, you know, there were a bunch of guys, I think, on bikes, and they were like, yeah, we saved thousands of dollars on Uber by biking around, I don't know, Kansas or wherever they were. It was hilarious. Dutch people. All right. I'm looking forward to Wimbledon as well. 2 weeks before Wimbledon starts. Cool. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I had a great time. It was great talking to you. I will see. Oh, sun! Look, we got sun. Yay. I will see you next week on the live stream. Next week on the Zoom call. I have an Instagram channel where I do all the updates, like this and that is starting in 30 minutes. So if you're looking for updates, newsletter or my Instagram channel is the easiest way to stay up to date. I had a great conversation with you guys, my friends, today. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the football. And let me know, please, take the screenshot now. Let me know where the people are in this weird ass painting. And I'm looking forward to seeing that. All right, have a great day, have a great evening. I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Mwah.